Welcome to the TheDPost Sports Chat. I'm Drew Rubinstein here with Yaya Dunning and Yaya. The WVU women's basketball team, since that season opening loss to Ohio State, has been on a roll here going into the Capital Classic against Marshall. And one of the talking points has kind of been the play of Asia Bussey coming back from her ACL tear. It seems like WVU's still kind of adjusting to how teams are playing WVU and how they need to get Asia just more touches. She's currently the fourth leading scorer on the team. What's kind of been happening from your vantage point there?
I think they're still trying to find their rhythm. A lot of teams have been playing them in a sagging man or in a zone, and that's something that they struggled with a little bit last year, playing the zone with a lot of teams just packing it in the paint. When they play a sagging man, it's kind of difficult for Asia to score because when Linda Stepney's at the point, she's not too aggressive with her shot, so her man can just double on Asia most of the time, which causes a lot of turnovers. That's how they get most of their turnovers, by passing the ball into the paint. So I think once they go on to play some more teams and get used to the zone, that they'll be able to find a better rhythm.
With so many teams keying on Asia, have there been some players who have stepped up and maybe hit some big shots for them, in light of that?
I definitely think Crystal Caldwell has stepped up a lot. She was a great player for the Mountaineers last year. She's been able to continue that this season. Taylor Palmer off the bench. She's been starting, the last couple games. I think she'll start this game too, depending on what Bria Holmes is doing out with her concussion. But Bria Holmes also as well. She's been a really big spark for the Mountaineers. She's just a sophomore, but she's been able to provide them with that oomph to kind of get them over the hump.
And you also played post for West Virginia. How is Asia responding to this? How does her game, has it changed, and how does it need to continue to adapt with the way teams are playing her?
I think it's kind of difficult for her right now just because, she's coming back from the injury and now she's getting doubled and triple teamed in the post, and it can be kind of frustrating as a post to not get the touches you want and to be able to not play how she's used to playing. I think she just has to, ride it through. They're going to double and triple team her up until Big 12 play, conference play, and then I think she'll be able to show what she can do because they're going to play one-on-one on her in the post, and they'll have to guard all of the WVU Mountaineers guards. So that'll be a time for her to capitalize on her game.
And looking ahead to Saturday's game against Marshall, from a player's perspective, what is this game like? An in-state rivalry, and you always hear it means a lot more to Marshall than West Virginia. What is, I guess, the mindset from a West Virginia player's standpoint?
I think this game is just as big for WVU as it is for Marshall. Coach Carey always makes it a point to the players that this is a big game for the state. They know that Marshall is going to come out and they're going to play hard. They're going to give 110%, and they come out and they know that they have to do the same thing.
Absolutely. Have you looked a little bit at Marshall? They've struggled a little bit this season, sub-500 team. So, on paper it looks like West Virginia has all the advantage, but what are some of the keys going into this one?
I think some of the keys going to this one are starting off getting points in the paint. The Mountaineers have started slow the last couple of games. They've been down and they've had to fight their way back. So I think if they get into the paint, if Bria Holmes, if she does play, she's great at driving, getting easy points in the paint, throwing the ball into Asia Bussey or maybe Avery Fields, get some quick, easy baskets. I think that'll spark the Mountaineers and open up some outside shots for them and make them be able to score a little bit easier.
And last one, I was interested in kind of your take here. Coach Carey has been vocal in the past about his displeasure with the attendances at the Capital Classic games, and they've mixed things around. They used to have them on the same night, a weeknight in January, and then they separated them on different nights. Now they've moved it to a Saturday with the women's game in the afternoon and the men's game in the evening. Do you think it's going to help, or how do you kind of see this one? Is it going to make much of a difference?
I'm not sure if that will really make so much of a difference. I think the fans maybe will be more excited to see the women play because they've been doing so well. They've been on a roll since the Ohio State game. But I don't know if having them on the same day is going to help as much because they're so spread out. There's 6 hours in between the games, and fans can just come up for the men's game. So I don't know if this will help so much, but hopefully fans are excited about this women's team.
Absolutely. And going along there, you've been within the program. Is this team, what does it have the potential to do? I know we're still early and we're getting into Big 12 play, but has this team started coming together? Has it gotten to the point where you think it should by this point in the season?
I think they're where they should be. I don't think they've completely come together. I know we still will see more production from Asia Bussey and probably from Avery Fields. We've seen a lot of production from Crystal Leary and Taylor Palmer, some of the players off the bench. So we've seen what the bench can do. I look for Bria Holmes to be more effective, more consistently. She's shown at times what she can do, and at other times she's kind of missing. So I look for her to be more consistently, and then we're going to always have consistent play from Crystal Caldwell and Linda Stepney and Brooke Hampton.
All right, very good. Yaya, thanks a lot for your time, and please continue to check TheDPost.com for the latest on the Mountaineers. Thanks for watching today.